Riz, it is so lovely to meet you. Congratulations on Nimona, which is an incredibly beautiful and fun and moving film. Um, so my first question for you is, I'm curious because I loved it so much. When you first read the script, was there a moment or a line of dialogue or a plot beat where you just thought to yourself, I have to make this movie?
You know, I signed up to do this movie based on a conversation with Troy and Nick, the directors. And they really just kind of pitched me their vision for the story and for this character in a way that I just found really moving. You know, they just spoke about Ballister on such a human level, about someone who was misunderstood to begin with,
Mhm.
and that only gets worse as things go on. And he's trying to kind of battle for this acceptance, but actually he's not going to get it until he learns to accept himself and actually extend that
Mhm.
same kind of acceptance towards others who
Right.
he might misunderstand. And so just the way they framed it all, it just felt like, man, this is just a really important story. It's really cool. It's such a beautiful world. And the source
Hmm.
material is just like kind of a modern classic. So,
Yeah.
so that's when I signed up. I signed up without seeing a script or a plot beat or anything like that. It was about, here's our vision, here's the story we want to tell. And I said, I'm in.
Amazing, amazing. I think for me, Balisher's such a rich character. There's so much there. But one of the things that really stood out to me was the way that he represents the hope of being able to open minds and open hearts, and change and see the other not necessarily as a villain and create like that sense of empathy. I'm curious if that was also another theme that really resonated for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the whole journey of this character and the journey of this film is about opening your heart up to understand other people, particularly if you wish yourself
Yeah.
to be understood. So I think he
Yeah.
really embodies a lot of those themes in a bunch of ways, and hopefully in a really fun way. You know, I mean, particularly the dynamic between Ballister and Nimona is just full of mayhem and action and comedy and these amazing one-liners. I just remember being in the booth, you know, recording this, just hearing Troy and Nick just throw out, "Why don't you try this? Actually, try and say this. Actually, try this line." And it just became a competition to see who could make the other person laugh more. So there's just a sense of joy and fun and mayhem to this movie. And yes, there's a message and there's an emotional
Mhm.
journey underneath all of that. But I think more than anything, I hope people connect to this as a really fun ride.